to Wisdom of the Wine. I'm Lauren Lewis.
I'm Tom Jett.
And I'm Aiden.
That's inspirational.
Painter.
So, today, we're going to talk about Star Wars.
By the way, this is, I believe, our 4th installment of the podcast.
This is our 4th.
I've made 3 screen appearances.
I made 4.
It's not here for the first one, but...
So,
Shooting for 4.
today we were going to talk about some of the great movies in history. So, what are you guys, some all-time movies?
do Star Wars.
Star Wars!
I don't know
love
if
Star
anything rivals the first, 6 movies of Star Wars.
Man,
I love Star Wars.
Incredible series.
I don't think anything really rivals the first 6 episodes. If I'm going to be honest here. Yeah.
The last few with Rey were a little shaky, but...
Nah, I like
shaky.
episode-
They were bad.
Nah, episode 7 and 9.
They were bad.
No. Episode 7 is very good. Episode 9 is very good. Episode 8 is horrible. Can't even watch episode 8.
I can't watch any of the last 3. I can't lie.
Star Wars, if we were to tie communication into Star Wars, you could talk about a lot of stuff. For the Force, it's not like communicating within one another, but it's communicating with everything.
Doing everything. It's also kind of telepathy. You can control other people's minds, and also when you die as a Jedi, you can come back as a ghost and help mentor other people.
Well,
it's like Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
It's not really controlling others' minds. It's the Jedi mind trick. It only works on the weak-minded.
That's very true.
So the people like Stormtroopers, all the idiots in the movies.
Yes. Communication with those Star Wars, pretty massive. There's pretty large-scale battles there.
They also have holograms.
They do have holograms.
The holograms are sick. The message from Princess Leia to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
You're my only hope.
You're my only hope. Incredible.
Without
I always found it interesting. What I always found interesting was there was no space internet. They can go from galaxy to galaxy across the entire universe in a matter. They can go through light speed. You can even make the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs. You can't send an email or anything like that. That's what I always found a bit of a loop around Star Wars,
Yeah,
But why would you send an email when you can leave a telegram message or a hologram message?
Yeah, but that takes a while. Think about the message that Princess Leia sent to Obi-Wan. That probably took a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Because it took a couple of days for R2 to find him. So I'm just saying, it's not the most efficient way of communicating, but it still works. However, it doesn't really make sense to have all this technology, advanced, futuristic technology, but they don't have Wi-Fi or Gmail.
Think about when it was made, though. It was made in the late 70s.
But even in the recent ones, in Episode 9, that's far after the fall of the Empire. No space texting, no cameras,
no email.
no emails.
They had all they have to eat are these little rations of food that they trade with steel or something. They don't even have email. Come on.
Most of the planets they do go to are those with bad economies and are very poor. To be fair.
They talk about the Outer Rim. The Outer Rim might as well be the center of the universe. The whole story takes part in the Outer Rim.
Exactly. Even still, even if they're a poor country, you'd expect they still have some cool stuff. You can't lie. They have kyber crystals and stuff.
It's no poor country. It's a poor galaxy.
It is a poor galaxy.
Yeah, it's a poor galaxy. You only get a Coruscant.
But also, when you have
War
the Death Star,
that's where the rich people
yeah,
live.
exactly. Death Star, you're blowing up an entire planet just removing all the economy and all that food.
Yeah. They have all the technology in the world to build an entirely new planet-sized vessel, but they don't have enough money to invest in some internet. That doesn't. Yeah. That's not an excuse.
When they spent their entire budget on the Death Star, bro.
Yeah.
They could have at least
entire budget.
Yeah, and you tell me it has no Wi-Fi? It sucks. I'm sorry.
Why have internet when you got a Death Star?
Because it blows up. That's why. It blows up.
Dude, the internet.
But
the internet and the Death Star are both insignificant to the power of the Force. As stated in Episode 4 by Darth Vader.
Oh.
Yeah.
But should a vessel that big really be that easy to destroy?
Well, there was only
No, it wasn't that easy to
port.
destroy. Look how you use the power of the Force. As told in my
Bro, there's only one port that was
destroy.
the size of a manhole. They could drop a bomb down perfectly.
It was actually.
Yeah, there was one. It was one port. There was one dude who was slacking ass. He didn't fill up the port. with space steel or whatever.
Yeah.
And it blew up the entire goddamn space station.
Yeah, so one little, like, like the tiniest pebble could have, like, just been launched in.
No,
you
you needed.
You see how big it was?
You remember Luke had to sit down in the trench, take fire. Darth Vader was trying to kill him, and then Han saves the day.
Yeah, but listen,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no, all right. Say in Game 6, there's no pressure on the man. He's at the line for 2 free throws. We're down by 1. You think he doesn't make those 2 free throws?
Who? It
Luke
depends on who.
Skywalker.
Oh, Luke Skywalker.
Oh,
makes
He
it.
makes those 2 free throws
He's
every
gonna
time.
push it in every time, no matter what.
Exactly. So you're
Matt.
telling me he can do all that. They can have all this. They can build this whole big ass thing, and they don't have free Wi-Fi. That's blasphemous. I'm calling absolute horseshit.
This has nothing to do with blasphemy. Those are two extremely different things.
They're not.
It is when you really break it down, though.
But like, how important is Wi-Fi for the internet, like real computers?
Who care about Wi-Fi?
I mean, imagine your mother dies, or your father dies, or somebody in your family dies, and you don't get the message until 2 to 3 days later.
Bro,
But you
No, they get the
I don't-
messages.
I don't
It's just
think they
interesting
have
the way they do it.
When Luke's
It's
in
an
college,
anagram.
they don't focus on communication enough.
when Luke's aunt and uncle died, though, bro, he cried for like 30
Because
seconds.
he went home and he just found their dead bodies laying there.
Yeah, the corpse.
That's
of
because Luke was a
skeleton.
hard dude. He was just about to blow up the Death Star. You know how many people were on the Death Star? He massacred them.
Exactly.
Those stormtroopers were just born into that life. I mean, it's not really their fault, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy. Episode 3 was wild when they all turned. They can't
Episode
lie.
3?
Yeah.
No.
Execute Order 66.
See, this is a common Star Wars misconception.
Well,
All the stormtroopers are not clones. They're mostly just people they kind of like just gather, you know?
you know, Order 66 is based off a real life event.
It is?
It's based off Order 8066, issued by President Roosevelt for the Japanese internment camps. It was to persecute any Japanese American or any Japanese descendant.
But like, they didn't assassinate the Japanese.
There is another.
Nah, they didn't just massacre them.
There is another because I'm very diverse and just.
Yes, of course.
That's
That's
actually a really
all
cool fact. I'm not gonna
Shout
lie.
out to Miss D. Sargina.
Anyway, I think that concludes. Our 4th episode of Wisdom of the Wise.
And now the finale.
A few more episodes, bud.
A few more episodes. We gotta break this guy in. He's a new podcast member. Alright, salute.
Salute!
Warren's feeling one.
Look over yonder. What do you see? The sun is